funeral or conduct communion or baptism. Within the Baptist Church, we require that a man be ordained by the local New Testament church, recognizing a man's call in his life. The induction of a Southern minister into the clergy is a defining process for a man of God as he encounters licensing as a minister, ordination as a pastor, and adoption of the biblical role of pastor. The purpose of a man being licensed confirms God's calling on his life. A church licensing is a stamp of approval on the man's ability to preach, his soundness in doctrine, and his Christian lifestyle. The church and the person being licensed is responsible to make sure that he is studying doctrine and living a Christian lifestyle. When deciding to license, the church pastor and/or deacons should observe the candidate. When a pastor feels the candidate is ready, a date will be set for the committee to meet with the candidate, discussing salvation, calling, doctrinal beliefs, and future plans of study. Once this is done, he will be brought before the church, and depending on the votes, he will either be denied or approved to be licensed. Once this is done, he can also be ordained. Ordination is a process to affirm a man's belief, calling, and maturity to become a pastor. The church and pastor should prepare a man to be ordained. The church and the pastor should be honest with the candidate and mentor him. The candidate should pray that this is God's will and not his own. He should be patient through the ordination process and study God's word. Once the candidate and the pastor feels he is ready, a date will be set for the preparations. The service should start with songs, prayer, and reading from God's word. Vows should be said to start ordination. Once this is done, the candidate should adopt biblical roles. Strive to be like Christ. He should meet the needs of people as Jesus did. For 3.5 years, Jesus spent his time building disciples and calling us to be builders as well. Jesus calls for us to gather his harvest. A pastor should go, teach, preach, and help the people of God. Teach the gospel from the Bible. Do service of God as shown to show the love of God, the love of Christ. Do you have any questions?
Do they have to be licensed and ordained?
To what?
To like start the wedding or something?
Yeah.
As Baptists, we do licensing first and then we ordain, but anyone can get ordained over the internet to become a pastor.
Can women be ordained and licensed to do that?
Women can be ordained and licensed, but Baptists do not believe that women should have that role.